Yeah. If you make some extra copies.
Niño, ¿es desde abril 18 o no, marzo 31?
No, up to the,
Up to today, we have $133,000.
yeah, and
You tell me, you like the shop.
if you move a couple pages, you can see up to the first financial breakdown.
Okay, I got a balance sheet here, that's good.
Lo que tienen, hasta todo lo que hago.
You know, our reserves $46,000. We still owe our reserves $46,000. So we actually have about $96,000 left in our bank. We are reserves 46. We're still okay.
Anyone think that?
Okay. Make a motion we accept the financial report.
Okay, it's been properly motioned by Richard to accept the financial report.
Second.
It's been seconded by Joe. All of those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. So moved. Okay. Manager report.
So we have been working on the repairing the electric pool number 50, 57, and 58. Paint the mailbox, maintenance of the golf car, maintenance of the security guard and office AC. Replace some lights in the clubhouse, maintenance of the house at 199 30 Northwest 83rd Avenue. Repair the irrigation system in the installation of the playground, proposed for the new gate and the violation.
Do y'all have any questions?
Yeah. Why are we maintaining 199.30? We're never going to get any money out of it. That's the one that I
No, talking about probably, you're talking about putting the wood in it. You know, that because it broke the glass, it just.
for 3 years.
No, but it was bad, it was really bad. So,
Oh, sure.
replace the plywood in it. And that's all, that's as much of it.
We're never getting that money back.
Well, but that's not.
Whatever we spend there, we're just in the garbage.
Yeah, but you can't.
And the federal government is going to own that whenever they foreclose.
Never is the fact
No.
They all have any questions? The report, okay, do I have a motion to accept that report?
I make a motion, I said.
We should have made a motion to accept the manager report. Second? Ms. Joe second that motion. All of those in favor say aye. So, house painting review recommendation. I know the committee gave you that? Okay. Did they place this young lady on that committee? No?
Okay,
And who else was?
there's,
You are on the committee?
I don't know, the thing is that we gave our names, and we agreed here
Right.
that everybody will get together, and there was one person that called me and went to my house, and I got together, and we went shopping for colors.
Who was that?
Me. And we got it 2 days, we got it together, and we presented it to him and to you, and I told that you guys are pleased with that, and no one else. One person emailed me, texted me 2 hours ago, and another person called me 2 days ago. But everything else is already done, so I don't know.
Okay. I approve everything in here but that green.
It's fine, I don't mind. I just did it because someone recommended my neighbor, my front neighbor. I mean, I took everybody's consideration. If they give it to me, I don't know.
Okay, yeah. So this here is what you turn. Did you know that? No.
I sent it over by text. Yes, okay.
This is my concern. The colors are beautiful. That's not being in question here. But last time I was here, I was told I had to put my name on a paper, which is what you made everybody do. And that there was already an existing committee, which is why we have to get more information. So why would I ever think I need to contact her who has now decided to run with it, which is great. Thank you for taking the lead. But if what I am being told that I have to do is join a committee of X amount of people for it to even be a committee, for you to even be able to present the colors, and I do that, I don't get a copy of the list with people's names, I don't get the email addresses, I don't get the phone numbers, I did what I was told to do. So why would I ever think that I need to come to her to make her president and run with the colors? Are the colors beautiful? Yes. Should there be more colors added to it? Possibly. But there are other homeowners that live here that put their name and their information, like this person sitting next to me, like this person sitting next to me who wanted to contribute, and that did not happen.
Well, the lady that's sitting right next to you, I spoke with her personally and told her, but at the end of the meeting, she came in to talk to me, and I said, okay, all of you get together, and you already have your
She called me 2 days ago, but I
and just pick whatever colors you like and pick whatever beautification
But
you
what was
want
said in
to
the
do.
meeting prior to that, when I was here, so I must have happened
I
after
have no
that.
idea,
Well,
love. We
the thing
said
is,
for everybody to
you
get
can review
together.
because you review the tape. You
I'm sorry,
review
what-
the
what's your
tape.
name?
Michelle.
You
And
said
I-
everything that you said, absolutely correct.
Thank you.
Okay, everything you said. Now, remember that she gave you information? Did you give it to the other committee? All right. We have to deal with that.
Thank you for at least listening.
No, you are correct in what you were saying. Do you have something to say
Yeah,
about this?
about this. I mean, I don't think this should be fine on all these colors only. If you guys want to have colors later on, if they're approved by the board, that shouldn't be a problem. I mean, I don't think that should be a problem. Or these are the only colors that you guys can set.
This is my
No.
No, but I'd actually like them to go and take our book that we have right now
And eliminate a bunch of
and
different
remove
colors.
a couple colors from there and add in.
We're not gonna eliminate any color, we just can add. Because it's
We
so,
want to eliminate a
No,
color. There's a
because-
color that we have to eliminate.
Exactly.
because,
We're not
you
in the
see,
90s
what happened is
anymore.
that if you have your house paint years back, 5, 10 years
Oh, okay,
back,
yeah, it makes sense.
you know,
Then you,
I would say we would run into problem later on tomorrow because they say, I had a color already and it was removed. I mean, I would say leave it there.
But that's the whole idea of having,
I heard you guys time, so I
But-
put something to
but that's the whole idea of changing colors. Is that people want to modernize the neighborhood. Now, the whole idea is that we're not going to tell the people that they have their house painted now and it's the wrong color. We're going to tell the people that the next time they have to paint, here's the colors that they're going to use to paint. No? And
but it should be allowed to be grandfathered in if their colors, an original color from the first list, you should not
Yeah,
force them
please
to
don't
change
get
their
it.
colors.
Right, that's it.
the last beautification committee that we had sent us, they didn't come to the meeting this time, but they sent us, 4 different color pinks, almost all the same. 3, I don't know if I have the thing here, do you have the thing?
No, but we saw the colors, they were horrendous.
3 different.
Which is great, but I mean, but she makes a lot of sense, just
Okay.
don't close the book. She wants to add other colors, she wants to.
But
be a part of
nothing's
it.
ever
Allow her to
closed.
be a part of it.
We've only been on the board for 6 years now? How long has it been?
The only reason
5 years or 6 years? We've changed the colors twice. Nothing changes.
saying that I heard you guys when you said, we don't want a bunch of whites, and we don't want want a bunch of this, we don't want a bunch of that. So I try to keep it simple, and I heard people saying gray, and we selected a gray, you know, I don't know if they want to be shaded in, you know, off or not, I don't know.
Well,
And
why
I
not?
heard a little yellow, white, very white, cream, you know, so we try to come together.
We're not gonna approve or disapprove for anything tonight. Why don't all of you get together, give your emails to each other, get our book from him, maybe he'll give it to you tonight, our book of colors, no? And then you can go and take out the colors that you want to put them in the back of the book, the ones that you want to take out, no? And then add new colors, because where's the book that we just had? One of the colors in there is very similar to what we have right now,
Yes.
no? So, I mean, but you can go through and you can add this palette, no? And add this palette and add the last palette you had, you can even add too. Just make the green white.
Yes, I heard another person, I said like, well, that's a minor change. If anything, they can put brown or whatever.
The roof, if it's green, if that's green, is not allowed to be.
No, it's not.
Anyway.
What you're offering is an amazing suggestion, but that's not how we were told we had to operate.
Okay, but I'm saying, let's start, that's not being told, you're not being told
We were
anything.
told last time that there was already an existing committee.
But it was a mistake, it was a mistake, so we can repeat it.
It's not a mistake, you saying to us convening here, but we can't just convene and get colors when there's already an existing committee.
Well, he just says that he's telling you. He didn't say he's making any suggestions. He's saying that he's basically telling you. I mean, if you word it and say, we're suggesting, I mean, but your wording is saying, we're telling you. And I think it's better, we all work together and make suggestions instead of telling people what to
What did
do.
I say differently?
Okay, last,
I didn't say present it.
Yes, we're gonna get together and figure out, but
Okay.
it's very simple,
Okay,
yes, we got that straight now.
last month meeting, the supposedly committee that was supposed, they were supposed to be here, they didn't show up, so they were automatically eliminated.
Which was my initial problem, because I came to the first meeting and I gave my name to be a part of that committee, and not everybody was included. So the last meeting, we were advised that there's already an existing
Can we
committee
start over
that you
again?
have to be included in.
Can
I don't
we,
hate
can I
it,
suggest
but they need to
something?
do it the right way.
Can we
If you
start
don't
over?
follow policy, they need to follow
Excuse
the
me?
policy.
Excuse me? Can we start over again?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Can we go back to day one?
Yes.
Okay, let's, all the people that want to be on the committee, let's exchange email numbers, no? Let's get a day, I'll come too if you want, no? And everybody can come and we'll get the book of colors and let's go through it and fix it. Instead of, let's not dwell on what we did badly, try to do something good, right? Let's fix what we did, whatever we did wrong, whatever miscommunication we had, no, let's start from scratch, no, and do it right.
May I make a suggestion? Doesn't matter if there's an old and a new committee. Whoever doesn't show up, doesn't have a vote.
That's what I said last time they were here. I said, okay, let's get rid of the old committee.
That's what we did last time.
Yes, exactly.
And that's exactly what we said. What we're
Exactly.
saying right now, that's exactly what we already said, and it's in the video.
We don't want to make
And we
any more,
share the
we don't want to
numbers.
make any more work for you, and we don't want you to make any more work for us. None of us get paid for this, none of you get paid for this. It's volunteer. We want to make it as easy as possible. I'm sorry we made it difficult, but let's start from scratch, you know, and let's do it right. Let's get the color book, let's go and add the new colors that we want to do. Then we'll present it next month in front of the board, we'll vote on it, and that'll be the end of that. Okay?
Sure.
Good.
That would take another month.
Huh?
That
To
would take
approve
another
the
month.
different colors? Yeah, it won't make any difference because we still have a book of colors.
Exactly, but I would like to propose something, that from these colors that were proposed today, that we select or approve whatever colors people agreed on, and from there on, next time, we do the final revision, so that we can move on any
Okay.
whole projects
We-
that people may have. And,
I
We
think
have
it's a
to
good
make
idea.
we have to
do
make
you
a,
think that is a valid idea?
That's a good idea. like
Yes,
you
I
said.
agree.
we have to make a
Choose
final,
those
we have to make a final.
Well,
And I am willing to cooperate
To-
like once more,
To
but I would
the
like to
paint
move on.
company, whatever it is, no? No, we can add, we can look at the colors and
Add
approve them or disapprove them, but it's not gonna help you right now.
No?
No. What's it gonna do for you? Are you gonna paint your house tomorrow?
Yes,
Huh?
I am waiting to. I mean, I'm changing my roof, so it would be great if I could get things done quickly. So.
And there's nothing in the book that you like?
Absolutely not. So that's exactly why I'm volunteering my precious time.
Okay,
So
that's
get
the
together
problem.
with the committee, get together with the committee,
But
say,
that's exactly
I want
what
to
we-
paint this, do you guys approve?
I was the one
They
that along with
approve?
her to we did the book, and we heard everybody else's opinion about it, and we
That's
took
not
it
a
into
committee, though, that's a duo.
Yeah, that's not.
Sweetheart, that's not.
And that's the same
I'm not
thing that we
saying
had
I'm
last
agreeing, I never said
time,
it
that
was.
the people brought in only the colors that the houses that they had already painted, no, and put them in a book. We don't want you to pick colors that you want to paint on your house. We want you to pick colors as a committee,
Yes.
as a group of people, that these are the colors you want for our neighborhood. Not that this is the color you want for your house, or this is the color you want for your house. We want you to pick the colors you want for our neighborhood. And it's not going to be one person that picked the color. It has to be a group. There needs to be a community that lives here, that probably not many because we really don't care. No, but maybe we do, who knows? But it needs to be a group of people that get together and say, here are the colors we're going to use for our community. Not one person, no, not two person, maybe three people or more. So there's a consensus. You at least have two votes against one, right? Make
Yeah.
sense?
But we should at least approve those.
We're not going to approve anything unless we have a consensus from the committee. And there has to be more than one lady on the committee to do that.
Because I received a letter that I need to pay my house by the 5th of May, which is like 2 weeks. And that I'm gonna be in a
And
violation.
what color do you want to paint it?
I like double white, but one of those is similar, like one of those.
I have nothing here.
Well, it's like
I don't want to do this now. I really don't. I want to.
The colors aren't in question, the colors that she chose, they're very nice. That's
I
not
said the same
what
thing, I said they were
It's
nice.
the way that it was done,
Just-
that's my concern.
Just turn it.
I have no problem approving these colors, if you want to call it the committee, I will be part of this committee as of today.
Just
If-
turn it into the ACC form.
Oh,
The colors that she picked are not in question, they're beautiful, so if 3 people, 4 people, whatever need to be part of this committee to get something approved today, I'm all for that, because I'm a homeowner that's frustrated because I want to paint my house. I'm in violation, I need to paint the house, I have to ask for an extension. It's the process, so I
So can we
approve
decide
to
who's
get
gonna
those
be
colors.
in,
No, just turn it into the ACC form, which your pattern. Okay.
Just real quick, because everybody that's here tonight cares and doesn't want to be in violation, they want to do things the right way, right?
Exactly.
That's the whole thing, you
You
know?
talking about, all right.
No, just in general, everybody here. Whoever doesn't care, and, you know, they don't show up, they're like, oh, yeah, whatever,
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
true.
you know? That's like people are, oh, yeah, we need to do a committee, we need to.
So if everybody here wants to paint their house in Dover or whatever it is?
yes.
Yeah.
Colors are in the book.
Creamy colors, any of those
They're
colors?
light colors,
Light
like
colors.
fresh,
Yes.
modern.
Yes, exactly.
What's modern to you?
Last time you showed me
It's
that.
not modern to everyone.
Was
Right,
it
I'm
one
just saying
of-
what's
That's what I'm
in
trying to.
trend right
Was it
now,
one of the creamy? The
you know?
first? Como yellow.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
They send you the-
Can we, pero porque no me Jackson
Well, tell them what to do because they have no idea.
Because that's what we agreed on that day, so everybody text someone, and that's not what we agreed. I mean, I don't have anything against it.
Just go ahead
So the kind
and
of timing?
put the color
Oh, my friends.
that you want, the palette color, and turn it into ACC form.
So for that book, she needs to turn in an ECC form,
Uh,
for the colors she's offered there?
No. You
Whatever
said-
color you want to paint your house,
Whatever.
fill out the ACC form, put the colors, staple it on the ACC
It was
form.
denied.
Submit the ACC form, we'll either approve it or not.
Oh my gosh.
But you have one then?
Yes, and it was just recently denied because it wasn't an approved color,
I don't know.
which
Well, we can look at that. We can look at that, but you need to have a ACC form. So we look at it, okay?
Sure.
All right.
Can I make a comment besides the painting of the houses?
No,
I
not
wanna-
right now.
I
Not
want
right.
to make a comment now that everybody's here.
We just.
Well, I'm gonna make it anyways because I I want the floor for a second.
No.
Just so everyone knows what the association does. The association went and measured a fence that I've had there for over 3 or 4 years. Measured the fence.
Excuse me,
And it was
we're
a
on
couple
colors
inches,
right
excuse
now.
me, sir. It was a couple inches over the height that the
That's
city
out of
requires.
order.
So then they called the city on me.
You're out of order.
They called the city on me so the city can fine me. I had to pay a $200 fine. Here it is. I have copies so everybody can see it, just so you know what the association does. That's supposed to work for us. Is going behind our backs and calling city and zoning to fine all of us.
Do you want to tell these people that you're suing all of them? No? And you're asking for 200 and some odd $1,000 to be paid for you?
No, you got the wrong person. You got the wrong person. You got the wrong person.
I have the wrong person.
You absolutely have the wrong person. Don't make stuff up. Don't make stuff up.
I won't make stuff up.
Okay.
Do I have the wrong person?
You have the wrong person.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry.
You have the wrong person. Absolutely, you have the wrong person. And I got some more stuff, but keep going.
Okay.
I'm gonna add as we go.
But do we approve these ones,
I'm sorry.
these colors?
No, sir. We said that we're not approving.
Then I'm gonna get a fine.
Sir, we said we're not approving any colors tonight. Whatever color you have, you need to bring the palette with an ACC form.
And
we
the
can look at it
board
this
will
evening.
look at it personally. We're not going to leave it to the management company to look at your colors.
We can
We'll
look at
look
that
at
this evening.
it personally. And then if we approve your colors, we're going to have to add them to our colors. We would like you ladies to get together and, like I said before, take the main book of colors, remove the colors and put them in the back.
Where is the book?
Huh?
Where's the
He has the book.
You
No,
have
no, the main, the
No,
old
oh,
book.
No, the book that we use, just that we take and we,
There's one here and there's one that.
okay,
There's
so
one
we
here.
need to date that, so we agree on the date and an hour and we meet where, the place, so, because the thing is, I don't want to meet like the other day and we,
You can meet right
Right
here.
here.
right here, when?
I'll give you my phone number, you can call me, I'll come over, we can do it simple, no? Because I'm here almost all the time.
Well,
Can I ask you a question? You said
Have to do with the paint?
you said that you could always add colors to the book, but you couldn't take the colors away.
No, but what I'm saying is it wouldn't be right to take
Yes,
colors.
we're collaborating.
Only because we already had a couple of residents that said, I'm using the same color, but it's not in the book. So they like that old color.
What I propose, excuse me, is that we do remove colors and that we let the people that want to keep their house painted the same color all from the year one, grandfather those old colors in and just give them a permission slip that, okay, fine. But I think if we could start out, that here's the colors we want for our neighborhood, and this is what looks good and modern, and whatever you consider now, then at least we have that format, and then if we have a problem, we can make an exception as, okay, you can go back to that old pink that my mother's house was.
How about if that person sells the property and then they take all the records and then they come in and then they go and start.
See, we don't want to do
I would
that.
not remove,
That's a problem.
you should not remove from the book. Your homes, it's not gonna.
We can't, then we can't add colors. We can't have in a book 40 colors that we're gonna paint the houses. No, we need to make the neighborhood look like the neighborhood. Now, if we give somebody like me that's been here for 26 years, I should change my house color 3 times. But if we give somebody like me that's been here for 26 years and wants that original, whatever color my house was beige back then, no? And so we can give that person, they're gonna die soon, I'm not gonna be alive so long, but we can give that person the extension until they sell their house or whatever, and no problem.
I agree with you, but that's just my opinion.
Okay. Yes. Because we're dealing with this paint and that's just
You find recommendation?
Board of Fire recommendation.
Okay, no, the effect amount.
Okay, is there anyone on 8244 Northwest 200?
Repeat the address, please.
8244 Northwest 201 Street. 8303 Northwest 201 Street. 8304 Northwest 201 Street. 8111 Northwest 201 Street. 8327 Northwest 201 Street. 8156 Northwest 201 Terrace. 8157 Northwest 201 Terrace. 8311 Northwest 201 Terrace. 8315 Northwest 201 Terrace. 8373 Northwest 201 Terrace. 8177 Northwest 201 Terrace. 8184 Northwest 201 Terrace. 8188 Northwest 201 Terrace. 8204 Northwest 201 Terrace. 8204. 8188. Okay. What's the violation of 8188?
Well, we're looking for that. The fire committee wasn't called in.
No. I think you have a letter?
No, no te me la
What was the violation?
¿Cuál es la violación? Es el driveway,
Hmm?
no abiertito. O
That's
sea, se
not-
ha bajado un poquito, un poquito más, pero lo vamos a arreglar en la próxima semana porque
Okay. So,
yo le dije a ellos,
tú nada más necesitas una extensión.
una extensión.
So you
Y
know
la
this.
pintura, usted sabe que yo no la quiero.
Well,
Usted me dijo que tenemos que pintar también, pero yo, hasta que no pruebe un color, no voy a pintar, yo no quiero
all right, but you
color.
have to give a modification, okay? But just request extension. And you said also was there the violation of the house paint? House needed painting?
It's a little chip because there was
House.
a leak. There was a leak, yeah, on the outside.
So all you need is to touch up.
Yeah, but she wants to pay the.
Also, she wanted paint.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Wants
wanna
to kill
put some
two
money
birds
in.
with one stone.
Okay. All right, but you need to ask for the
So
extension.
Okay,
she
perfect.
just fills out the form for the color, it's the color she wants. and-
And ask for the extension, okay? 8204 Northwest 201st Terrace. 8205 Northwest 201st Terrace.
8204 Terrace.
Okay. What was the violation?
I never got the letter.
You never got a letter?
No. I got a second letter that said that I need to be here.
That's a certified letter.
Christine.
No, just a regular letter. And basically is that when I park, my parking space is a little bit down, so I always park backward. So every time I come from the street, the car leak the water from the AC. So there is a spot all the time, so how can I clean that? I paid in October last year. From October last year, I already have another notification that I had to clean the driveway. And it happened to be that in the spot when the car go like this, the water from the AC drop. I mean, it's dry, it hasn't rained for a long time, so the dirt stay there in the water. What can I do, clean every day?
Okay, we don't have an answer for you, but we just know, all we know that you need to get it right. We don't have an answer for you, because everybody have a home and we have problems with our home, we have little issues. We just need to get it right. And all we looking at is the bylaw. I mean, if anyone can come in and say, based on the bylaw, we are not correct, we look at it, and we need to correct it.
I clean all the time,
Okay,
but I
but-
mean, every time I park, I'm gonna have water.
Okay, but who problem it is with? You know, with all due respect, there's nothing we can, we all have problems. I have a problem in my house, they have problem in their house. Everybody have problems. All we are saying is that we need to keep the house and presentable the right way.
I always keep clean and
Okay.
neat, and my neighbors are my neighbors.
So long as you take care of things and make sure you don't get a violation, that's fine. I mean, we can't explain to you what to do because,
I do take care of it,
Okay.
I always try to keep it clean, but every day I have to park in the water, I mean, when I go out, the water will be there. And,
all I can say to you right now, you can request extension and get extension to address the situation. That's all I can say to you.
oh, it's clean, it's already clean, so it's clean, I clean all the time.
8205 Northwest 201st Terrace. 8208 201st Terrace. 8222 201st Terrace. 8226 201st Terrace. 8238 Northwest. The brother,
Pero usé un color de la asociación, pero le eché un poco, la mezclé con agua porque con un blanco porque estaba muy oscuro, le eché un poco más claro.
Who mediates in that case?
Es una tonalidad diferente, es más claro, pero es un color demasiado oscuro.
Okay, so, what you do actually?
Mark, where's my voice?
¿Qué tú estás preguntando? Nosotros estamos escuchando.
Por eso,
Por eso.
porque tengo que esperar a ver que van a ponerse de acuerdo y se lo pasan.
Entonces, thank you. So you need to ask for extension. Okay?
Pero yo usé la misma pintura, el color más claro, lo violé, la regla.
Well, 8226. 26? Okay, so extension, you don't have to.
Todo lo que tú empezó con blanco, lo que tú más pálido puede ser blanco puro.
Pero le eché blanco, porque estaba muy oscuro, pero era la misma pintura.
You only was paint with earth? Okay. Okay, we're going to the other one. 8242 Northwest 201st Terrace. Yes, buddy. You good? Okay, you say you good. So you 82, that was 8245? 8245? 8242, so you are to this. 8245 Northwest 201. 8249 Northwest 201st Terrace. 8319 Northwest 201st Terrace. 8320 Northwest 201st Terrace. 8228 Northwest 201st. 201st Terrace. 201 Northwest 81 Court. 200 Northwest 81st Court. 580 Northwest 82nd Court. 19590 Northwest 82nd Court. 19640 Northwest 82nd Court. 19650 Northwest 82nd Court. Okay? I make a motion at this time. Is there anyone that have violation that was not called on this list and this list? If they are not on this list, or you receive a letter that says you're supposed to go, no, that's
Not certified.
anyone that receive a letter that says you're supposed to come to a hearing, not to a hearing, to this meeting? No? Okay, so you're not on this list. Good. Okay, I'm gonna make a motion that all of those that did not came, that, once the property manager go out and verify again that the violation is still there.
That'll go with our staff, because we've had this
But
motion.
but this is, yeah, but this is a different list. It's not the same list.
Okay. It's a new one,
This
okay.
is a new list, yeah.
Okay.
This is a new list. He will go out the second time and review each one of these. Any one of these that still continue to have the violation, a motion to go ahead and fine them $100 a day, up to $1,000, as a recommendation that's going to the finance committee. Do I have a second?
As your recommendation is going to the finance committee, I second that, yes.
It's been properly seconded by Richard. Any question, discussion? All of those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So, there was 4 homes that are here. These will be asking for extension. So please don't leave this evening until when you get your extension, okay? So the 4 homes.
Or you can send it by email.
That's it. All right, now we can open the floor, resident comment.
Okay, I received the violation letter,
Okay, but
advising me of a violation.
let us get to you.
Okay.
Come in. Let us get to you.
You know I'm here.
Yeah, let us get to you. Let's begin here and then we go like this. You have any comments or remarks or anything?
Anything that we discussed today, or it's just the idea of the colors, like we would like to review those colors?
Decide the colors.
Besides, no, I don't have a problem.
We need to be more or less, or? No,
You dealing with color?
No, yeah.
Okay, so we can skip it.
Yeah.
Let's skip it.
I submitted the ACC form, I requested to pressure wash and seal the driveway. I was told the color was denied, but I didn't get any response for the driveway.
You said the color was denied, but you didn't get no response for it.
For the driveway, if that's, yeah, because I said I had to paint the driveway, but I want pressure to seal it.
Okay, was denied because of what?
The driveway, I didn't get a response on that, no.
Okay, once we finish, let's look into it. Because that AC pump's supposed to be here. Okay. None?
Just let everybody raise their hands, everybody has any
No,
questions.
wait. Okay. You, no question? Back with you. Go ahead.
Okay. My disagreement is that they're calling the area beside my house a common area. Okay? It's a utility easement. If you look at the survey from my house, I'm supposed to have 65 feet. If you guys want to buy beside of my house, I'll be selling it to you real quick, $200,000, no problem. But otherwise, that is my property that I do have a utility easement on.
Okay.
Therefore, I can have a gate which is original, the builder put it in originally when the fence was first put up. And that's my disagreement with the gentleman here.
Okay, so we have to look at that. We have
Yeah,
to.
he,
I think yours is, we receive a survey, that's with the attorney, he's confirming all of that information.
Well, again, I bought an oversized lot. It's not a zero lot. It's an oversized lot that I have property on both sides of my house.
Okay.
It's one of the few in this community.
Okay, that's right. You know, so that's still up in the air because the attorney is giving that information. But I want to be confirming your survey with the Sorry that it's been, so that.
But again, I'm not, if you guys want to buy it,
We don't want to
I'll
buy
sell.
You have to ask the complete membership.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm ready to
we're
pay
gonna get
my
our
house.
public, get each one to pay you, however much money.
I'm ready to
they're
pay my
required.
But I had to wait for the colors.
What's your last name?
And I need to pay the house by the 5th of May.
Okay.
And I'm ready to paint it like right now, tomorrow, if you approve the colors that is in the book.
Okay,
So I'm under pressure right now, so I don't wanna get or pay a fine or anything.
I understand. Okay, once we finish, we can look at it,
Okay.
okay? No, the thing, yeah, before we go to the.
Oh, that just.
You don't have another question?
I think you have to get an
No.
extension, that's all.
Hey, you didn't have none, right? You question on the bottom, eh?
No, no,
Okay.
just the same thing
Okay,
that.
come in, everybody can talk, don't worry about it. Mr. Benson, go ahead, Mr. Burton.
Okay, I got a question for the board regarding page 18 on our bylaws, section 11, regarding commercial vehicles, boats, trailers, RVs. In this bylaw, it states that you can bring these vehicles and store them in your garage. Me and my family ran into an issue that we were coming in with a boat, and we were told, you're not allowed absolutely at all to bring a boat in here.
That happened to us too.
And that is not stated in this bylaw at all.
And that happened to us.
So I need a straight answer from the
Okay,
board.
board, in reference to yours, the board will not be able to answer you. And just for you to know, you have an attorney representative. So we can talk to him, only the attorney of the association and his attorney can talk.
I have a question.
Well,
So
this question has nothing to do with what the attorney is
we
going
can
to.
answer the question.
I need an answer from the
Well,
board.
you have to ask your attorney to ask.
No, I need an answer from the board.
Okay.
Okay, somebody else asked the question.
I have a question.
Why are they negating to come into the community?
I have a question. My question is, when Caridad was here,
Several months back,
yeah, we had, we came
similar
to the
issue.
we came to the meeting, we have an RV that we brought in. And in the papers,
The bylaws.
it says that as long as it's not parked on the street, you can, and it's moved on, you're allowed to bring it in. So we came to the meetings and we had a conversation with Caridad, and they said that they were gonna allow for people that have either RVs, well, I was just in question for the RVs. They said that they were gonna give a permission, that we were gonna figure out a way for these people to be able to bring in the RVs, load them up, and leave. They were gonna do something like that.
That was-
So we've
I was
been
present
waiting and waiting and waiting,
that was-
and nothing happened. I didn't come back to the meetings, because, I had other things. But we did try to bring it in one time, and this was at 10 o'clock at night. They did not let us in. We had to figure out what to do because they did not let us in.
Okay, the statement that you just made, absolutely correct. The person that's supposed to be over that and addressing that was one of the directors. Before that month finished, he decided, he had too much personal things. The scenario when it comes to any of that, that isn't in the bylaw. And it's nothing that the board can change. The board only can try to accommodate a little and try to avoid any conflict because in the bylaw. Many of you don't like some things in the bylaw. There's many things I don't like in the bylaw.
good.
But
It's in the bylaw, but it doesn't negate anybody from entering.
The
It doesn't
bylaws
state you
does
can
not
bring it.
state that he just read it.
And we're not parking it, we're not.
The issue with that is the following, that in the past, and that's before your time, before that, in the past, they did that, and they brought it in, and it was a problem because they didn't take it up, and it's a problem now. I know the position is that we really don't want to be dealing with that.
Well,
But the thing
it needs to be changed in the bylaws.
But that's the thing, that it's not like.
It's not in the bylaw, you can't enforce it.
Work
It is
together,
the- it
because
is the-
there's a lot of people that do have it,
Unless-
and I'm not saying that I'm not gonna park it, I just
So
want to be
we
able
spoke
to
about
load
this,
it.
Liz. I'm just
and
saying
then
that we
leave.
could figure out something to give them a pass for 4
Yeah,
hours.
That's exactly what we talked before, it never happened.
We talked about that.
And they even
And
said
that's why I
that we
said
can leave
she's
the
right.
license, we can leave our license at the gate,
And that's
go
why I said.
aside for 3 hours, they said there was,
Okay.
it was gonna be a 3
Okay,
hour.
I can make this real simple. I make a motion that we allow RVs to come into the, I make a motion, I'm gonna make a motion. I wanna make a motion, because we did this was 4 months ago.
Yes.
Excuse me?
So, this issue of motion, it really doesn't make, so it's really, don't shut me, please. I've said, excuse me, you're fond of doing that.
I'm in the middle of
If-
talking and
if-
you're interrupting.
Because I assume that you have stopped. Because you're rude as well. All right, I give you the floor, finish.
I make a motion that we give the security guards tomorrow a form that I'll print out my computer to give them. That lets an RV or a boat owner bring the boat or the RV on the property for 4 hours, fill it up, do whatever they need, then it has to be removed. Now, if they don't bring the form back to the guard within that period of time, then the office will automatically fine them whatever the fine is for doing that. Because the problem that we've had in the past is that we allowed the people to bring in their RV or whatever. They don't park it in their garage because of course it doesn't fit in their garage. So they just leave it in front of their house or their neighbor's house, and they don't care until we finally notice it, and then they'll move it. We don't want them doing that at all. So let's we talked about this before. I'll print out a form on my computer on that, whatever the program that is, and we'll give it to the guardhouse and instruct them.
The only reason I'm saying that's not the way, because that creates confusion. We're not talking about only these.
I'm trying to give them a pass.
Yes, but it can create confusion in the
So who?
community, because you need to put that in writing and make it clear for everyone to understand what is the right process.
I understand, because the people that are not here are not gonna know, but let's get it done. Let's send the email,
Right.
send whatever needs to be done, let's inform everybody, this is how it's gonna be.
It's not in the bylaw. They shouldn't impede anybody from entering here, whether it's with their RV, their boat, their commercial truck. It's not here. It shouldn't be put on a motion. It's not in here. There should be no law impeding persons from entering here. It's not here. Why did somebody make up a law to impede? My family waited hours out there to get in. Because somebody decided not to even change a bylaw. They just decided, hey, I'm not letting anybody in with a boat, an RV, a trailer. I'm just not letting them in. And that's not fair to the community. That's absolutely not fair.
That happens.
If we're gonna follow bylaws, then let's follow bylaws.
We can't just say they can't come in. We have to give them a permission to come in for a certain amount of time. If they need to look, they got a refrigerator in their house.
And then to top it off, the president of the association, who's sitting right across from me, tells me, I'll let you in whenever I wanna let you in.
So you can't do that
You
either.
can't tell me that either, because this is my home.
Can't do
You
that.
can't do that. You said it in front of my family. You disrespected me. Can't do that.
We've tried to keep the RVs and the trailers and the boats out because we've been abused so much because of it. Because the people that live in the neighborhood, if you say, okay, come in and load up your RV and we're not gonna have any kind of, come in and do it, they just stay. One man parks his boat right in front of his neighbor's house, not even.
But just like that, we should have been like him, and I should have been notified, listen, or, it's true what he says.
If it's not in the bylaws, you cannot say, I'm not gonna let anybody in.
The bylaw says you must park, if you're gonna park your boat.
Does it not say you're not bringing?
If you're gonna park it, you must park it inside your garage.
Right.
If you're coming into the neighborhood with an RV, you cannot fit it in your garage. So therefore, you should not be able to come into the neighborhood with it.
No, you're wrong.
No, I do agree, we spoke about this
applying
I
this
disagree.
stuff.
Don't say I'm wrong.
It is.
That's the rule of bylaws. The bylaw says
To
that.
pick up, if I drive.
If he drives in to
my
pick up his family, he's gotta park at the end of the block.
I'm not parking, I'm picking up my family. You see what I'm saying?
I do
It's
see
a
that.
big gray area.
I do see that.
And this
you
gray
see-
area
And you
is
see that's what I'm
what
talking
I'm
about
reading.
also. You see exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is why I say we need to get a pass.
Yes.
Figure out a pass where the guard says, here's, I gave you a copy, I have a copy for me, I gave you a copy of the pass. You're gonna bring it back to me, I'm gonna sign that you were out of here, hand you back your copy. I'm gonna have mine that you were out of here by whatever, however much time we gave them. Now, we need to do that. We need to have that in, we can't just sit here and say, okay, we're gonna think
That's all
about it.
fine, that's all fine, but like I said, I mean, you guys follow the bylaws. We should follow the bylaws.
When you think about things, you gotta think about the complication.
I am thinking about the complication. There's no complication about giving a pass.
Okay, let me ask you a question. They come in with the pass, the security have to give them a pass and write everything.
Right,
They give the pass,
right.
they go in. They're going out, they bring in the pass and you have to check them out.
Right.
There's a line out there,
Uh-huh.
outside the, other people.
Uh-huh.
It's only one security.
How many times do they do this? This doesn't happen every single day. This happens like once a month, once every 2 months.
That's not.
The West made a list, the West made a list of everybody that had votes,
It is important.
and, the security had the
That
list
can be done.
and checked them in.
It's not that simple, so what you're trying to say, it's not that simple.
Because
But
it's
what
additional
I'm
cost.
trying to say is, it needs to be, whatever it is, because we spoke about this a while back and nothing got done.
Right,
So
but
we just need to
you
follow up
know-
on it and get it done.
You know who was assigned to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He's not on the board again, okay? And somebody needs to take that up. If Richard, you want to take that up, they need to work with you, you need to get something right, and we need to send it out to the community that this is clear. But make sure it's not conflicted, okay? Because bylaw say one thing. If y'all want to erase that thing out of the bylaw, that's fine. But the bylaw tell you how you can remove things from there. You have to go through the proper procedure, and then you remove it. You're gonna have to get a third of the community to say, we don't want that there, and it's removed.
I completely understand
So
that, but at the same time, you can't make up a rule to impede people from coming into the community. You're talking about bylaws, but you made up a law, and you told security, don't let anybody come in here, and you completely went against what's on section 18, page 18, section 11.
I'll do that.
And I think the security should know, starting tomorrow, that they can't execute that rule that you made up. I think that should start tomorrow.
Is that a blanket rule? You know, if I got a small boat that will fit on my garage?
They won't let you in.
They won't let you in.
They won't let you
They won't
in.
let you in.
Because they're not told them not to let you in.
In violation. Let's say I got a seal.
Yes, see.
They want to do it.
Going into
Yeah,
the
but-
garage.
Yeah, if it's in the garage. Yeah, if you have a blanket rule that he cannot come in,
No,
that's not fair.
It is a blanket
No, yeah,
rule.
they won't, the guy at the gate said no.
No boats
No.
at all.
You can call your supervisor and say, look, I can't let you in.
And I told him, I
Simple
said,
as
listen,
that.
I spoke to.
I can tell you guys from what
I had
happened for
meetings
me,
and-
from experience. They're not gonna let you in. It could fit in your garage.
I know.
It could fit in your laundry machine.
That's what
They're not gonna let you in.
Forget about those, let's say I have a small trailer that I used to take
You
out
can't,
the
they won't
garbage
let you in.
out of my yard.
Not this.
Are they going to tell me, no, you can't bring that in?
If you put it in the garage.
If it's in the garage, but if there's a blanket rule,
No, there's no blanket rule. We're dealing
It's a
the
flat school.
rules that you, as all of you know, the rules are not
You know
made
flat
to
school?
do the right thing.
It's no.
The rules are,
Shower water.
during
You can't take over your fence.
the,
Never.
let's say,
No way, no.
not doing the right thing. Okay, now, it's a procedure that needs to be done, as what Richard is talking about. But that need to be clear, and somebody need to work with it. What happened is that the person that was there working at didn't stay, and nobody was there to work with it. You see, so it needs somebody that will work with the director, or the director can do it by himself, and they can get it done. I don't have no issue with nothing, but it's important for everyone to be clear on what can be done. That's my only point, because it gets things very complicated.
So I still don't understand now.
Now, do you have anything else to say in reference to anything else?
I do.
What?
I have a whole book here to say.
No, because if you're talking, it's time for you to talk, since we have it open here.
All I'm saying is you have to weigh that rule that you made up to the security. You have to weigh it because you're going against the bylaw. And you should not impede anybody in this community. Like the gentleman said, if he wants to bring his boat, if this gentleman here wants to bring his RV, I don't think you have the right to just make up a law and say, hey, nobody's coming in here. Because you know good and well what happened to me. And you know they told me no. You know they told me no, and the guys told me it was a right order from Ernesto, and it goes completely against the bylaws of the community. And I think it should be waived immediately, because it's going against everything that's here. How are you going to write a bylaw that says you can store boats, trailers in your garage, and then not allow people in the community with them? It's contradictory rule. It makes no sense, absolutely. I want the board to explain that. How this is, how this has gone on now.
So we heard that part. Do you have anything else to say?
I want an answer from the board.
We are not getting an answer.
He asked you the same question. You didn't give him a straight answer.
My point is the issue of house cleaning and painting. A lot of people have been getting letters of violation. It's becoming subjective because in the case whereby, because my roof, which I eventually had to clean again, when they said it was needed cleaning, as far as I was concerned, I don't think it was that bad that needed cleaning, because I just cleaned that roof not barely a year ago. And that's one. And two, there's a fence that I have. I don't see anything wrong with the fence, and somebody's telling me that my fence needs painting. And I'm asking, and they're telling me, oh, it has to be level, which I don't think it has a problem. So in the case whereby it's subjective, because you guys are saying my house needs, and I'm telling you, looking at it, I don't think it needs that problem. So is there a third party to mediate to really say what's the criteria that we use in measuring that, oh, your house needs painting? What criteria do we have on book to measure, to supplement this house really needs painting? Because you can say it needs painting, I say it doesn't need painting.
I can tell you what they need. They need an architectural review board and commission, and I don't think they have them. Ask them if they have them, because they won't talk to me.
No, because
they need an architectural review board that suggests these things, and they don't have them.
Going by that, what we're saying that we want this, I can as well come out and say the roads that we fixed the other day, which was a very, very good thing, but it's almost back to where it was originally. Are we now going to say we have to do that road again immediately? All right, these things happen. And another thing is, not that this concerns me directly, but other people. We've been having issues here in this community, and the main goal as a community, from the ward community, is to come together as one. What I don't see from this board, irrespective of how good of a job you're doing, is that you don't show empathy to people who live in this community. All right, we need to think, be rational, and consider ourselves. If you give somebody 2-3 violations and it says you're giving them 30 days, all right, yeah, we know the whole goal is for us to make our place, but other than 30 days, have we taken time to measure the costs? Because I know maybe everybody is loaded here, but I know everybody's on the budget, and that thing takes you off course. Are we doing something to mitigate that pain for the homeowners? Yes, they know they have to fix that place, but is there a reasonable amount of time? Because all these 30 days I'm hearing, and you might have 2-3 violations, to do a driveway or to paint a house or to clean or change the roof. It's not an easy task. And I'm saying this because of what happened last year. There was a pregnant lady whose house here, I think the driveway was caving, right? The driveway was caving, and it was talking about time, and the way you guys said, oh, just 30 days to go and fix it. And I know that thing costs a whole lot of money. And you didn't bother to people, oh, that this lady is pregnant. Maybe she doesn't need this stress now. Or to tell her, okay, man, we know you need to do this, but give a little amount of time. Because giving out 30 days to do that problem, it's not rational.
Can I add to that too as well? Just say, for example, when Ernesto was talking to this lady here, and he refers to it as, it's not my problem, you have to figure it out. That's not a community way of thinking. You know, telling this lady, it's not my problem, you have to figure it out. Why don't we work together to help her figure it out, to give her a solution to that problem? You know, is the solution just finding her because she can't come up with a solution? We should all get together and help her out. And not just say to her, hey, that's not my problem. It's on your yard, you fix it. It's basically what it came across as. So I'm in agreement with him. We have to work together.
Back on the issue of community, I know there have been crises before, and one of the things that they said, which of course I thought will be happening now, in regard of just writing letters to people, you don't know what people are going through, that's one. A lot of people travel. There's nothing wrong in someone in the board. It's just an extra mile. This is all just unity. I don't want to see you and be unhappy. Or I don't want to say that you're unhappy and so these people are making my life miserable. I don't want that feeling. I want to feel that I know you care, you're with me. If you've communicated with somebody, you wrote a letter, and like people here, for some reason didn't show up, has he at any point in time bothered to go knock on people's door? Is that too much to ask to find out what's going on, or is not his problem?
We can't knock on people's doors. We can send them a letter. We cannot go and knock on people's doors.
Why can't we knock on people's door? Why we knock on people's door in the past?
We can set up a...
Hold on. Did you finish what you had to say?
Well, you can go ahead and answer. Maybe I have some other things to say.
We can't go and knock on people's doors. We can send them a letter. Now we can tell them what they're finding. They can come to the board meeting and they can tell us that they don't believe that their house is in violation of any fine. That's perfectly all right. And we can make a decision whether their house is that doesn't deserve a fine or not. We go through a big process. The fine is not just given. We don't just say, okay, we're going to give you a fine. Yeah, you get a letter, you get another letter to come to the fines meeting. Then we give you a fine. Then we turn that over to the fines committee, to look and make sure that we did it right. The fines committee will then send it back to us, and then we vote to give you the fine or not. Now that's without you. You don't have to be here for our vote. We've already gone through that. But there's a process to it. We can't go and knock on somebody's door and say, okay, you're going to fix this, because whoever's doing the knocking is putting themselves in a situation where they might have a very large argument with somebody for no reason. There's no reason to do that. There's a process to go through a fine, a legal process. We don't want to fine anybody. We want to send you a letter and say, okay, your driveway has a great big hole in it. We want you to fix the great big hole in your driveway and fix it. And then there's no punch, sense of picture. You fixed it. There's no letter that goes out that you're going to be fined or anything.
All right. Yeah. You make one other point I want to make. You say you cannot on people's door, which of course I see no reason why you can do that, especially when it comes to the fact that you.
Who's going to do that?
You'll be fining. Hold on. Anybody can do that.
Well, who?
Anybody.
Who is anybody?
We have a property manager, right? He's here.
He can't go and put himself in that situation. He cannot do that.
He can't do that.
No.
But he has gone to knock on people's door for violation. Hasn't he done that? So when you say you can't knock on people's door, can we call these people? Have we bothered to call to find out what's going on? Or it's not about business? That's the point I'm making, because you don't see ourselves as a community. If something is going on, I need to go that extra mile.
Wait. I'm trying to say, we have a meeting here the third Tuesday of every month, without exception.
The old property manager used to put flyers on everybody's doors when there was going to be a meeting, and everybody knew that there was going to be a meeting that third Tuesday. Now there's no letterhead. There's no letterhead sent out. The people that are here because of violations, or because they're upset.
You guys send mass emails. What did you guys send mass emails?
They don't have the email.
They don't have everybody's emails.
We used to actually put notices. We had a newsletter. We put it out on everybody's door, like he's saying, every month. Nobody came to the meetings anyway, and it cost us like $400 a month.
Emails don't cost anything.
Emails?
A mass
You
email
get every
won't cost
owner's
anything.
email.
Instead of printing that, just
You can post on the security gate that I see in another association.
You can also
board meeting
It's
today.
posted in every mailbox.
Which is
That's
smart
right.
people
Every
decision.
mailbox.
But everybody has to come through security.
Mailbox.
The point I'm trying to get at, I know everybody's trying to be a jerk. See, you're saying that you have a meeting. This meeting, let's be realistic. If we call a meeting and the whole, everybody in this community decide to come, is this place going to beat us?
That would be nice. We never
Is
had
this
that.
place going to beat us? So let's be realistic. People have different houses. Some people are just getting off work now. Some people work nights and all that stuff. I'm just saying, just go the extra mile. So that when people now finally, you get to that point where you now find, of course anybody hears that will say, ah man, your community, they've gone the extra mile. It's not justified. And people can say, okay, it's justifiable. Because what you're doing, giving people, it's not me directly, it's not affected me, and I hope it doesn't get to that. Whereas I will now be fined because of maybe for some reason, look at the variables, the letter came out, I didn't get the letter, or something happened, we don't know. So you have to see people benefit that, and you start finding somebody $100 up to $1,000. How much do people earn that they cover that from their disposable income? I'm not saying don't do your job, but go that extra mile. The reason why we live in the community.
Excuse me, we don't have a job. And if you would like, if the community would like to do that, the community can elect to do that, you know, and we can hire a person that will go door to door, you know, and advise everybody, show them personally each fine they have. Everybody can look at their own house. I can go outside of my house and I can say, that's wrong. I went out a few months ago, my gate was rusted, I couldn't open it. I called a gate company, had them come in and put another gate just like I had before in the house. And everybody can do that. Everybody can see themselves what's wrong with their house and fix it before we send them a notice. Once we send a notice, that house has been in violation for a very long time before they got that notice. And they just don't care.
One case I never got the case of the roof. If you're saying the roof is okay, God, I can come and tell you, okay, my roof looks clean. It's not that bad. And what are you going to say?
They told me my roof was dirty, I just had it cleaned last year, I had a man come and clean it again. Because they sent me a letter and said it was dirty. So I had it
And so what happens if you get that letter tomorrow and they tell you that your roof is clean? What are you going to do?
But if you have...
What are you going to do?
I'm going to have it cleaned.
Or you can take a picture of the.
Or I'll take a picture of my roof and say, here, show me where it's dirty, and then I'll have it cleaned there, you know?
So everything that that gentleman is saying is absolutely correct. People have different situations. Some people travel for work, maybe out of their house for a period of time. So to please everybody and to put less burden and stress on people, I motion that you give people a 90-day notice as opposed to a 30-day notice. You'd have a lot less emails requesting extensions, and people would feel less stressed to come up with thousands of dollars.
How many days have we given from the first notice until the meeting?
Until the year?
From the time we send them the first letter until they get a letter to come to the meeting, how many days is that?
Who cares? That's
Almost
irrelevant.
60.
But it's stressful for a person.
I'm asking
to
you a
give
question,
somebody
I want to get an
letter,
answer.
And I want an answer too. When you give somebody a letter.
Well, you can say me a
30 days,
question, I'm
it's
asking him a question.
stressful.
How many days is it between the time we send the first letter and before we send them a letter to come to a meeting?
About 60 days.
About 60 days. Okay, so if we have 60 days prior, and then you have 30 days from the time you came to the meeting, then you've already had your 90
But that
days.
person is already under stress because they have to accomplish certain things within a time frame. You think somebody's thinking, okay, let me just wait because if I wait another 30 days, I'm not gonna get posted on the letter. Then in another 30 days, I'm gonna have to come to this meeting.
But you
and
don't have to,
report
we've
as
told
my
everybody this every
But you put
time.
in a motion, so I motion that you guys give the residents, their homeowners, 90-day notice as opposed to a 30-day notice to amend their violations.
I didn't even get a notice. They sent the county to my house to measure the fence, and then the county gave me 10 days to fix the fence. I had to go to the county and get a 90-day extension and pay $150 out of my pocket because they didn't send me a notice. They sent the county to my house. So you saying you want to work with the people here, but you never sent me a notice.
I haven't sent notices, I'm sorry.
But nobody sent me a notice. Nobody sent me a warning. Nobody sent me anything. They went measured, and then they went and sent the county. If you want to work with the community, shouldn't you say, hey, I think your fence is out of order. Fix it in 30 days or whatever it is, and not call the county?
I have no idea what
It's right
happened
here.
here, sir.
It's right here.
I have no idea. Where is it?
It's right here. It's right here. That's what I got. I got that from.
Nothing from Arbella Park, this is from Dade County.
No, he's saying somebody from here called.
I'm checking. That's supposed to be dealing with him.
Okay, I'm not supposed to be dealing with you, I'm sorry.
Wait, what does
Yeah,
that
but I
mean?
think
What does that
90
mean?
days
Supposed to
should
be
be-
dealing?
Evidently, he has an attorney, like I said to begin with, and we're not supposed to be talking to him,
Okay.
talk to his attorney.
No, I don't have an attorney.
Well then why do we have an attorney involved?
He just doesn't want to answer questions when he's
I
pressured.
got a letter from your attorney on my phone here. You want me to show you the
don't get a
letter?
letter from my attorney.
Well, whose attorney did I get the letter from? His
But
attorney.
listen, the only thing we have to do with the attorney, can I speak? I know what you're looking for.
I'm just right here.
The only thing I'm looking is because the other board that was here approved my vote.
What's your last name?
Prieto.
Prieto, I have it right here. It's right here
Yeah,
from your attorney.
it's regarding the vote.
Want me to read the letter from your attorney?
Richard.
Richard, can we revert back to my 90-day notice question that I,
Of course.
How about one time warning for a car that one day stays out of the parking for extra conditions, like maybe a visitor or someone like stays out. I understand that that is not allowed and that's not right. And I apologize, but I had one day, one car out of that book, and when the morning when I go to work, it's not there.
I've never had that happen. I've been working for 20